February 20th, 1991, 20-year-old Sealand of the Pacific worker Kelty Burns slips into a pool containing Tillicum and 2 other whales during a daytime performance. For minutes, a terrified audience watches as Burns is dragged from the surface to the bottom of the tank multiple times before drowning. Fast forward almost exactly 19 years later, February 24th, 2010, Orlando, Florida. 40-year-old senior world trainer Dawn Branshaw was pulled into the pool by Tillicum during a daytime performance. For minutes, a terrified audience watches as she is dragged from the top of the pool to the bottom before drowning. 19 years later, and 2 identical tragedies resulting in death, and yet nothing has changed. History does repeat itself and will continue to do so until something is changed. In 2016, I went on a 12-day vacation to Alaska. I spent 4 of those days on the Alaskan Gulf, whale watching, deep sea fishing, and learning about marine life. Curiosity and preparation for this speech have led me to read various articles and watch different documentaries about SeaWorld and its whales. Today I would like to share with you how SeaWorld puts its whales and trainers in harm's way and the negative message we are sharing to society. In captivity, whales live in tanks that cannot compare to the vastness of the ocean. In the wild, orcas can swim up to 140 miles a day. According to uswhales.org, an orca at SeaWorld would have to swim the perimeter of the main pool 1,400 times to match the equivalent daily distance traveled in the wild. You may recall from my informative speech that whales have life expectancies similar to humans. In the wild, the average lifespan for a male is 30 to 50 years old, and 60 to 80 years old for females. Recent studies show that 92% of SeaWorld's orcas did not survive past the age of 25, putting the annual mortality rate 2.5 times higher in captivity than in the wild. Due to the shallow pools, captive orcas are forced to spend the majority of their time on the surface, where the pressure of gravity acts on their fins, known as dorsal fin collapse. In the wild, dorsal fin collapse occurs in less than 1% of the population, yet 100% of captive males and some females do experience this collapse. When you visit SeaWorld, not only are you putting these whales in danger, but the trainers that work alongside them in danger as well. At the start of my speech, I described 2 tragic deaths that took place during a SeaWorld performance. Tillicum, who was accused of killing 3 trainers, is also the main breeding whale at SeaWorld. Any respectable breeding program would certainly not breed an animal that has shown a history of aggression. Yet Tillicum's genes are found in 54% of SeaWorld's collection, according to BusinessInsider.com. SeaWorld claims that the events pinned on Tillicum are not signs of persistent aggression towards humans. If you look at most incident reports, you'd be surprised to find that almost all incidents are trainer errors. SeaWorld continues to place its whales and trainers in danger. It also teaches society that it is acceptable to keep animals in captivity for entertainment. Since 1964, orcas have been entertaining people in theme park performances. According to the Humane Society, the U.S. government allows the capture of wild marine mammals for public display, as long as the public display serves educational and conservational purposes. SeaWorld often claims to be committed to conservation and giving back to the wild. Yet for every $1 million of SeaWorld's revenue, only $600 of that goes to conservation. That's about 5 cents per ticket. SeaWorld continues to promote life in captivity despite the fact that public display of their whales causes more harm than good. SeaWorld is also known to fabricate facts to seem more appealing to the audience. In conclusion, by visiting SeaWorld, not only are you putting whales and trainers in harm's way, you are teaching society that captivity is okay. I want to leave you with a quote by Pete Singer, founder of the modern animal rights movement. Attempts to defend amusement parks and circuses on the grounds that they educate people about animals should not be taken seriously. Such organizations are a part of the commercial entertainment industry. The most important lesson they teach impressionable young minds is that it is acceptable to keep animals in captivity for human amusement. Thank you.